back to the farm and welcome to week 3 of seeding winter wheat. Getting close to wrapping up this field. The sun's poking out. It's going to be a pretty nice day except for a bit of breeze that's supposed to be out there. So we got 46 foot of drill, putting the seed down, 46 openers. We're on 1 foot spacing. Got paired row openers, so each one of the openers is putting seed out each side in kind of a 4 or 5 inch paired row, depending on which opener is on there. We've kind of gone back and forth between 4 inch and 5 inch paired rows, depending on a few different factors, so there's kind of a mix on there. They last several years. I did the outside rounds first in this field because that's how our auto swath works best. If I'm doing a variable rate prescription, which I am, you can see the different colors of green on there for the different rates of seed that I'm putting on. I can also show you the different rates of starter. Yellow is less, green is more. Over there on the edge where it's yellow, that's the drier area that it doesn't produce as much. The soil's thinner, so we're not giving it as much inputs. This is the better part of the field here. There's the nitrogen map. Even the red's a pretty decent rate. You can see I'm putting on 85, but over towards the edge, it's going to be more yellow. Even a few little areas where it's shutting off because the soil samples in each of our 5 zones that we've done show that the lowest zone has plenty of N from back when we didn't do the variable rate. You can see where the area is colored with the reds and oranges. That's the area where we've got the anhydrous on. You can see my swath. I'm trying to seed this kind of parallel with how these fields run out, these ridges between draws that we have here. So that's working pretty good. The arrow is my tractor and implement. The blue areas are where we still are going to be applying some N as we make some swath, the last few swaths across the field. Starting in on a new field. This one was spring wheat when it was in crop in 2023, so it was fallow this year. Not a ton of residue, but it's sure seeding really nice. Not doing any variable rate here, just getting on, shooting for actually 60 pounds of N, but since it's a little warmer out, you have to cut back the rate that you tell the controller to use. It'll still end up getting 60 on, even though I say 55. Anhydrous here. There's quite a bit of anhydrous left from the spring wheat crop that wasn't super great 2 years ago. And a little windy today. Well, while we got that filling up and have a second, let's see if we've got enough pumped out of this anhydrous bottle to get the last of it in from our bigger stationary tank down below so I can take another tanker load. Yeah, we're down to 40%. And I think I have 25% in a bottle that's somewhat bigger than this down below. I think it might fit about perfect to get us up to the 85% level that we kind of like to have as a max. Because with the anhydrous ammonia, at different temps, there's different max levels. We just like to be safe. Windy today. Wherever I've driven over the ground a couple times, I'm going to do my outside rounds last over there, it's blowing some dust. We usually don't have too much problems with dust because we have good ground cover. Just needs some rain. Hasn't rained for a few weeks. But I guess that's good for getting seeding done. See, we got our spot track. What's going on? I've got a little bit of time. The seed's getting up there a little bit. Looks so 400. Take a peek. Got some room on the seed. Bert's getting fuller. We have this grate on there so that if we get chunks and toss them out. It doesn't plug us up on openers, otherwise you have to get out and clear the openers. Now getting some seed in there. And just gotta get our greasing done. Some of them are every 10 hours, and then some of them, like this one, just say every 50 hours on them. So 50 hours usually means get them once a week at least, because you might run 10 hours in a normal day, and you might have a rain out or breakdown day here and there. Some of them, like on the back ones, are 10 hours, so I just do them every day. One thing we got to do is an everyday one is our feeder rolls. They don't take a lot of grease, but they take a little bit, so we just wipe them off so the grease works clean. Put it on, and then just grease until it comes out. That one, it doesn't take very long to come out. We're on our last field in this section of the farm, which feels pretty good. We've been working up here for a week or so. Just have about 30-40 acres to go in this field. We've got our products figured out so that we'll be pretty low, including our anhydrous, so we can go down a steep hill and move down the road without a bunch of extra weight. We're going to be switching seed varieties because we have different chemicals that we can use. That on this field it will kill goat grass really good, but if you spray the chemical that you're spraying on this on any of our other weed, it'll kill the weed too. So we're going to switch to another different technology that kills cereal rye and goat grass decently well and cheatgrass really well, but it takes another different chemical, and they don't all agree. So we'll have to clean out all our seed. We've got our seed tender truck parked down below that we'll clean out into. Hopefully we only have just a splash left at the bottom when we're ready to do that. All right, we've got to open up the bottoms of our hopper bins because we need to dump out the remaining seed and auger it back into the tender truck. So there's an order of levers you got to pull to make this happen right. You got to be careful not to lose any of the blanks that go on here. Those are the tubes we're not using. You see you have 3 runs on one side and 2 on the other usually. There was one stuck up in there, so I'm gonna put it back where it should go. On here. Okay. Then we'll have to get the auger slid underneath here, and we have to open these up to let product drop out. Let's see how much we got left. Not really a ton, maybe 1,000 pounds or so, but yeah, $300-400 worth, so we might as well return it. All right, we're getting ready to dump it. We might not be able to film because our hands might be full while we're doing this. Getting the post-plant pre-emerge chemical down. Moving to a new field. Good thing to do first thing in the morning. We got our flagger out front, and our safety locks in, and our folded up implement behind. And hopefully we have friendly traffic. And another successful move. Everything parked, ready to fill. We have to come in at a little bit of an angle so that the seed tender with its conveyor belt out doesn't have to maneuver around the cab of the tractor so bad. Working around some canyon edges today. Seeding away. You can see some pieces back there that we were working on earlier. So, storm blew through. We've got some sun now. Hopefully get this field done. Came back here to check out the drill, and usually happens at least once each year. Yeah, pick up a horseshoe from days gone by. Always makes you think how long the old timers had to be out in each of these fields to get them planted. It's maybe been laying out there 100 years. Welcome to week 4 of seeding. I didn't know if I'd have a week 4, but I've got a few more days to finish it up. Down to the last 2 fields. This is kind of a steep cut up field. This is one of the few passes that you go the full length of the field on an AB line. Then you got to start curving around more eyebrows and such. But keeps you awake, keeps you busy. Maybe I'll eat more of my lunch on a couple of these passes. Another beautiful morning on the farm, and we are on to our last field. So that's a good feeling. My brother actually finished up with the other drill, so he's been helping me out a little bit as far as running product or running the drill a little bit when I've had a few family things I needed to do. It's been continuing to dry out. We haven't had a rain stoppage basically since we started seeding. Maybe just a tiny bit of rain one morning was about it. But there's some rain that's supposed to be coming about 2 or 3 days after we finish seeding, so that'll give us some time to finish getting our post-plant pre-emerge Anthem Flex on. It needs a little rain to activate it to take it down in the soil and can kill or stunt some weeds as they start to germinate when that rain comes. So I think we'll be in pretty good shape. Well, my blockage monitor told me I had a block on opener number 25, so I had to find that. And came down here and the seed tube was full of seed and fert. That's what the mix looks like going in the ground. Pink seed, because it has treat on it, and then the fertilizer, you can see the different colors of granules there for the 40 rock and ammonium sulfate. What plugged me up? That little piece right there. It doesn't take too much to plug these openers. Got wedged in there just right and blocked the seed off. And then when it splits down below to this paired row, it gets even smaller. So anyway, got that cleared, put her back on, and we'll go again. Nice view doing the outside rounds. There's where we haul our grain to in the middle. That's Clearwater River, and then it joins the Snake River in the background. Getting out to unplug an opener, and I see what I just snagged. Last day of seeding outside rounds. Maybe it's good luck for the crop year ahead.